What's up, TATP listeners, and welcome back for another episode of the Accessible Technology Podcast with me, Phoebes Lyle. This is a podcast where you get to hear about which of the most modern day technologies is the most accessible for disabled people, as well as learning about which modern day technologies are the least accessible for disabled people. And you also get to hear a wee bit of advice that I would give to technology companies on how they can make their technology even more accessible, if that is something that you are interested in. If you would like to follow the podcast, I normally update it a couple of times a month, and you can follow it by going over to either Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible, Spotify and YouTube podcasts, and typing in the Accessible Technology Podcast. Yes, that is the Accessible Technology Podcast over on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Audible, YouTube Podcasts and Spotify. However, I do also have a Buy Me a Coffee page as well, which is where I upload all of the episodes that are part of this podcast, as well as full versions of my reactions. So if you would like to show me a wee bit of support and pledge a small amount of money, depending on whatever you would like to pledge, you can do that by going over to buymeacoffee.com/FeedSlow, because that is where you'll be able to make a one-time donation. And I also have an Extreme Nerds membership up there as well, which is a monthly membership that you would be subscribing to for £5 a month. And yes, that is where you'll be able to listen to full reactions of my tech conference reactions without anything edited out. The topics that I tend to cover on this podcast tend to be along the lines of unboxings, reviews, tutorials and technology news reactions. So yeah, you can get the full reactions by subscribing to the Extreme Nerds membership over on buymeacoffee.com/FeedSlow. And yeah, hope you like it if you check it out. In this episode, however, you're going to hear my reaction to one of Xbox's summer showcases this year, and you'll hear what all I think about the games included and how accessible each of the games look. Like the last couple of episodes, there is no additional notes in this episode because there is not really that many additional things to tell you. But yeah, hope you enjoy it anyway, and I will give you more info at the end about where you can follow me. if you like the podcast and if you want to keep a track on everything else that I'm doing. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and here's the reaction. Guns, weapons and violence. Gearing up for a good game here.
Almost came in through the back door. Don't trust anyone.
Good evening. The Soviet Union is no more.
Not exactly the time that I grew up in by a few years, but as a history buff, the fact that this new game is going to include things that happened after the collapse of the Soviet Union, that keeps me happy.
Today we celebrate the mystery of American renewal.
Younger voice of that president.
Hey! It's something you should see.
Was that a wheelchair? Well, I'm definitely adding that to my list. But honestly, guys, I really do like the action that there is, and if there's going to be some better accessibility features, for example, like the accessibility features that you get to see in some of the Call of Duty games, I'm definitely looking forward for that game coming out. Plus, can't really make out if it is a wheelchair that I saw a character using, or if you have characters that are going to be in a wheelchair and others that are not, or how long they're going to be using one for. But if that is the case, it's a brilliant milestone for accessibility, representation. That dark scenery, as someone who is really interested in graphics, that looks quite exciting. Sort of Viking, if that is such a word. Well, I haven't really played too many Doom games before, but I feel like this upcoming one is one that definitely has a good load of history in it, as well as mythology with the dragons. So yeah, as long as they have content in accessibility features as well, to let you attack with assistance and to not hold a block button in while flying, definitely looking forward to that one as well.
Who were you before? Who did you love?
A very calm entrance, but what could possibly go wrong?
Surrounded us.
I would say there would be a lot of people who will enjoy this game as a way to get rid of frustration.
Keep your memory alive.
Wee bit of dangerous driving though. Hopefully I now have a good game to get into now with these State of Decay games, because in the past they haven't been that accessible, but yeah, if this does include a couple more accessibility features such as zooming in and toggling the zoom in, plus driving the car with one finger. Yeah, I think I could get into it.
Not looking good, old friend. What about Darkspawn?
Already the graphic design of this one seems interesting and really good to make anyone who even doesn't have really the greatest idea about graphics for another game, plus mythology again. So yeah, happy with that.
Where are we gonna find her?
Wee bit of inside shimmer. And yet again, that is definitely being added into the list. Just have to hope again more customizations will be included as well, but most games should have to do that now. An interesting opening there, sort of like a movie sequence instead of a game sequence.
One stroke. And every...
That definitely looks realistic.
that age vanishes into nothingness. Destroy the paintress so she can never paint death again.
Now it's getting interesting.
Our Expedition 33.
A wee bit of a slow opening, I would say, but yeah, the game definitely looks like it will be an exciting one to play after they got the opening out of it.
In darkness, she slumbers and dreams.
Welcome back to mythology again.
Heroes have risen to defend her, though they fought amongst themselves.
This is definitely looking better than the last game, with all the combat, dive into history and dive into mythology, etc.
Their enmity following them to the most distant shores.
We will never be slaves!
And even across time. While new hope blooms on the horizon, the final battle draws near.
I'm definitely liking the mix of creatures that are in this game, and hopefully as a wee bit of a combat game or a fighter game, it's just as accessible as some of the fighter games that are out now.
And Azeroth at last awakens.
Well, it seems that at last I will be becoming a roar of Warcraft fan after a very long time. Again, haven't really played too many of those games in the past, but yeah, that definitely looks like it's enough to hook anyone who is interested in mythology. And even better, just a few more weeks to wait. Even if I can only play it through the Windows extension that I have on my Mac as well, but yeah, I'll be able to play it through there, so definitely looking forward to that.
Approaching Soviet airspace.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. Your codename for this mission will be Naked Snake. I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on. The clock is ticking. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment to procure on site. That goes for food as well.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment.
The mission rests entirely in your hands.
Freeze. Speak.
Looks interesting, but the only thing I would say I would like to be included in Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater, I would be for gun movements to be included that let disabled users automatically zoom in on a target, plus ways of sneaking about that are accessible. I mean that you don't really have to hold on any second buttons.
Your kind meddled where you shouldn't. As long as Oo is free, your world is in mortal peril.
And how is it that you know all of this?
Because I am a god too. If it's vengeance you want, I'll give it to you.
Xbox One what are you doing to me? I can't. It's a good to find these games are coming to Xbox because this month's mythology if Game Pass didn't exist, I would be spending a fortune here. And yet again, there's another one I have to download.
We return to you now as the gods of mankind.
Rulers of the Greeks and the Norse.
The Egyptians and the Atlanteans.
Is this going to be an adventure or make your road yourself game? Because if it's either high, I'm definitely in the mood for spending hours on here.
We created mankind to fight for our glory. So rise and wield my wrath. Command beastly chaos.
Rain down destruction.
And unleash our fury.
Percy Jackson 3.0. Can any of these games please be ported over to the Apple machine as well? However, because there's so many here that it's going to be hard for me to download them all to Paralysed.
Your target is in possession of a radioactive device. Stop Carrington's attack at all costs. Good luck, Agent.
I always knew I had an instinct. I could see the world differently. I thought it would be like any other mission. I was wrong.
Welcome to Garden City, where it's a pleasant 23 degrees all day, every day.
This looks a wee bit different now.
Once you open this door, there's no going back.
Again, looks interesting band, but it would be good and even better if the developers have included accessibility features such as toggling and allowing disabled people easier access to jumping and zooming in, etc.
Akra, cheers, chicham. Mini de cheese. Mini Azukudo, Mart Solan. Akra, cheers, chicham. Mini Mart.
Oh, you're not well. Please, please, my child, let me help.
Stay away from me!
Nay, Rel! Is that how I raised you. No, Mother. But I must carry this burden.
A wee bit of a slow and confusing opening, but getting a wee bit more interesting now with the various elements that are taking place.
I must get to Akarat's tomb. But look at you. You're killing yourself. I don't know how much longer I can... But now, I need you to give up. No! Of course it's you! You monster! Let go of me!
Jumping around a couple of different formats and things here, let's say sort of like the horror feature, the horror thing though as well. I might get a wee bit into, depending on how much it is.
No. You made a choice. And I warned you, little magpie. There would be consequences.
Brilliant graphics, however.
Surrender.
No! Maybe you're right. Maybe I could use some help.
Oh, right, you. So, you want to know all about heroes, do you? Well, you have come to the right place. Because who better to tell you all about them than perhaps the greatest hero of them all? There he is, in all his finery. Cheers.
Really enjoying the humour. Definitely something that a narcissist can enjoy. Come on, there has to be nice narcissists in the world.
I mean, sure, you get your mega fans,
You are like literally my favourite person.
your haters, but it's more than that. It's about the choices you make. You know, it's your life and death stuff. That's what defines you, isn't it? I knew this one hero. I took her in when she had nowhere else to go. Thought I'd get her out there, make the most of her gift. But you know what it's like when you're young and you have a point to prove. I tell you, this kid, she had it all. She was terrifying.
Humphrey. She's back.
I'm going to fix it, this place. And no one is going to stand in my way.
Yet again, a game series that I haven't really got into in the past because of the lack in accessibility features, but this definitely looks good, and if the right features are available in the game, then yeah, I'd definitely be interested in reviewing it and playing through it. maybe over on my Twitch as well, which I've recently set up, which is either 909 Access TV, I think, or yeah, I'll check it out at the end so I can get the actual name for you, because I do hope to get back to streaming over there as well soon, as part of the accessible creators and disabled creators over there.
Use this! Make your own rules!
Looks like a wee bit of an interesting shooter, but again, if the right accessibility features are available in this, including toggle options to allow disabled gamers to zoom in and to zoom in on the right places, yeah, I think it would be more accessible and more interesting to some people if they have those options.
There is nothing left for me in the city. So, I have traveled back to where I grew up. Here, I found my childhood home in ruins.
Doesn't seem like this is a game for everyone, but some people might find it interesting despite it being a 2D animation, it seems. In fairness to game developers and other people in the media, animation can be entertaining to all different ages and can also surprise us if, depending on what else is in.
Why hasn't my aunt taken good care of it? The bridge to her house is broken, so I can't even ask her. I will make the tree stump a cozy home again, no matter what it takes. And no matter how hard it gets, I will fight.
Copying anything from Minecraft, perhaps? Or Sims?
And beauty out here. Some will say that in the dead of winter, a small city mouse doesn't stand a chance. Maybe so, but I must keep believing. Auntie, finally! No!
Again, the opening suggested it wasn't really for everyone, but based off the ending, I think some people can maybe be persuaded. I definitely would be interested in knowing the storyline of that, so yeah, look out for what comes up in the future on my channel, guys.
My mixtapes bend others to my will. It's a strange, almost cosmic talent.
Go back to a time where summers lasted forever, when friendships were unbreakable, and any trouble was good trouble. From Beethoven and Dinosaur comes an adventure a lifetime in the making. Experience the freedom of the teenage wasteland, sneaking out, making out, avoiding the law, and maybe something a little more.
What are we gonna think of ourselves in 10 years?
Your greatest memories are stored in music. You're invited to go back in mixtape.
I wonder if all of the driving options that you'll have and the skateboarding options will have functions that you can still do with only one finger, because that's going to be important for many gamers out there. I do have a Series S, as I've shown you in the past, but haven't really got too far into Flight Simulator as of yet, based on trying to set up the right controls and everything. But yeah, I definitely am looking forward to more advanced locations that I can go to once I get everything set up. But that air ambulance definitely adds something into it. So yeah, that's going to be interesting anyway. Definitely looking forward to travelling in all of those ways. However, because it'll be good to experience such an opportunity as all of those rescue missions and a hot air balloon, if not in person as part of a game, which is definitely something. Hopefully there would be a way, however, in future to add all of these features and the more accessible features such as high turn and all of that into a virtual reality headset, because that would definitely help someone who is physically disabled feel like they are at least experiencing something in person. But yeah, hopefully that comes out in the future.
Many times I tried to tell you, many times I always unsurprised
what I've seen, they're really interested in the adventure, as long as, yet again, accessibility features exist in the game to make some things more accessible. But it would, however, be good if you would be able to play the game offline just by yourself, instead of always having to go online or to speak to people if you don't want to speak to them as well. I think
I swore I'd never use my power again. But 2 nights ago,
re-game for the cold winter days, it seems.
I found my friend's body in the woods. I don't know who I can trust, or who trusts me. But my friend Safi is dead. Focusing my power, I somehow shifted into a parallel timeline. Here, Safi is still alive. The danger stalks our every step, and only I can investigate both realities. I can still save Safi if I can solve and prevent the same murder across 2 timelines.
Again, life is strange is something that I haven't really experienced a lot of, and as far as past versions of it has went. However, that does look interesting, and I do like the sort of detective feeling it's giving me.
Are you sure you want to investigate this, Indy?
I can't let this go. It could be the best kept secret in history.
What are you going to do, Indiana?
I think I can tell that this is the new Indiana Jones game, but given that in my last reaction of Xbox games I said that I would hope that there would be more toggle options for shooting and more accessibility options as far as swinging over to different areas goes. Yeah, I still stand by that point of view. So yeah, not really anything has changed unless they admit how accessible the game is going to be overall.
These artifacts have a deep connection to something in the past. Boss believes they hold a kind of power. A discovery that could change the world. We have to find the stones, Gina. Or they will. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you'd get a perfectly aligned circle.
The Great Circle.
Exactly. Battleship? Yep. Let's get a closer look. Gotta find the stone and get off.
But nevertheless, the game still does look interesting with all of the winter scenes and features such as Egyptian mythology and the extent of the things that you would normally find relating to ancient Egypt. So yeah, if the accessibility features exist in the game, I would definitely be happy to play it, and I think I'm going to do a review of it to make up my mind on how accessible it is overall and how inaccessible it is as well, if it is anyway.
Shit.
What's that in his hands?
What does it say?
Earth something. What was that?
Ciao.
We gotta get out of here.
Help me!
Hab dich.
And the last I was right. I'm guessing this is a wee bit of a robot combat game. Or maybe something in relation to space travel or Star Wars, but I can't exactly guess whatever it'll be at the minute. Oh. Mecha something. Mecha vibrate. Yeah, I'll definitely be interested in trying that out in August, but yeah.
You never know you are a monster until someone comes to slay you. The first signs are really subtle, but over time, it becomes clear. I should know. It runs in my blood.
Well, I would say that is definitely on the list, considering the amount of combat in there, but it would be good as well if they have easy options, but come on, they're bound to have easy options in that as well, for anyone who doesn't exactly like how very difficult challenge until they get up to a certain skill level.
Calm. Your Emperor has chosen you as our envoy to the living lands. That wild frontier suffers from the dream scourge.
Exciting opening. Getting you ready and excited for a brilliant adventure.
The root of this terrible plague and put an end to it.
He is wrong. The dream scourge is but a symptom of a deeper, more dangerous rot. Go, tame the chaos that plagues the living lands, so that those who remain standing can shape its future. They both deceive you. There is more wonder in this world than eyes alone can see. Its protector.
I like how it seems to be giving the gamer, whoever they are, a choice on what side they want to play from. Also really liking the colours. And I should have guessed that was a void, but yeah, I'm enjoying seeing a wee bit more of the gameplay than I was able to see earlier on in this year. The only thing that I do have questions about, however, is that the jumping seems to be a wee bit of a worrying sign for disabled gamers who won't be able to press down two buttons at the same time without having a clamp at the side of their head or by a different part of their body so that they can hold down a jump button while moving the joystick. So I think what I would like to say to Xbox and also to the game developers is I hope that you have a jumping feature that will mean disabled gamers just have to click the A button once and it automatically jumps forward, because in fairness we've seen that in a lot of more recent games as well and it's worked perfectly fine.
Emergency at mid-scale atom plant. It's not emergency, but disaster.
Interesting music choice. Overall, slightly unusual advert, but yeah, again, if they have the right accessibility features, that does look, Atomfall does look like quite an interesting game.
Did your father ever tell you why my bones ache in the weather? War. Their soldiers killed everyone.
Our people deserve to be freed of the oppressor's grasp.
Engines?
There is much we will learn from each other, Yasuke.
You can see when two people fit, when they will be better together.
There is no honor in preying on the weak.
Together, we will bring justice back to the people.
Another Assassin's Creed game, and as per normal, the history side, yeah, it's definitely appealing. Well, what did you think about the games that were included in this reaction? Have you played any of them as of yet? And if you have, how accessible do you think they are? If you are a physically disabled gamer, or if you are another gamer in the blind or deaf community as well, and need additional accessibility features. Personally, there are a few that I'm looking forward to more than others, especially the mythology ones. But no, there were some of the games throughout that conference that I did find slightly weird looking, so yeah, well, some of them were interesting and definitely made me want to try them out. Yeah, definitely wasn't all of them. But anyway, if you would like to pass on your thoughts and tell me what all you think about the games that were featured, you can do so by getting in touch with me by searching for the PL Tech Reviews blog, pltechreviews.co.uk, and you can then get in contact by either commenting on one of the blog posts or by going over to the contact button over there. And yes, I will try my best to react to whichever comment or feedback you give me. If you would like to check out the videos that this episode has been made up by, that I upload to my technology YouTube channel, you can do so by going over to PL Tech Reviews on YouTube. But yeah, all of these links are included in the description. Plus, if you would like to follow me either on Twitter/X, you can do so by searching for @PhoebeSlyle, and you can also follow me on Instagram by searching for The Real PhoebeSlyle. But yeah, hope you enjoy everything that I upload, no matter which option you use. I will be taking my time getting a couple more episodes out because I do need to continue on with the job that I have at the minute. But when I do get a wee bit of time to upload more episodes, you will be hearing a reaction to WWDC this year, which will be up soon. and after that I plan on getting into a few more custom DS videos and episodes. Then I'll be reviewing a few more things, but yeah, more technology reactions will be coming up soon, especially given that technology season isn't over as of yet, it seems, with all of the upcoming conferences that Apple and Xbox are doing, as well as other brands as well. So yeah, I hope you look forward to what is coming up. Anyway, all of the pages are below, so yep, you can get in contact with me on any of them. But yeah, I will hopefully upload another episode soon. But yeah, of course, it all depends on how tired or busy I get with work. So yeah, we'll see how quickly everything comes out. Anyway, thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you again in the next one. Bye!